The first time Alyssa saw him, he was fighting three men in a back alley behind the club, bloody knuckles, a busted lip, and eyes full of darkness. She should have turned away. Called the police. Run. But instead, she watched. And somehow, she stayed. Alyssa Monroe was a college dropout, running from the ruins of a toxic home in Arizona, trying to build a new life in Portland. By day, she worked double shifts at a diner, and by night, she walked the city streets with a camera, capturing its silent pain. She knew something about silent pain. She'd lived with it her whole life. Then she met him, Jaxon Reed. A former underground fighter, known for his rage and scars. He ran a barely legal security firm and carried a reputation for handling dangerous situations the way a storm handles a city. Ruthlessly. Alyssa didn't mean to get involved. All she did was offer him a towel and a quiet place to sit. But he looked at her like he recognized something familiar in her eyes, the same pain, the same broken history, the same need to belong somewhere, even if it hurt. They weren't supposed to fall for each other. But they did. And the fall nearly killed them both. Jaxon didn't believe in softness. His past had taught him that love was a weapon people used when they wanted to break you. Raised by an abusive stepfather and abandoned by a mother too scared to fight back, he built walls so high no one could scale them until Alyssa. She didn't demand to be let in. She just sat outside those walls, patiently, quietly, night after night. "I'm not afraid of your storms," she once told him. "I've been through worse hurricanes." At first, Jaxon pushed her away. Cold. Distant. Controlling. He didn't know how to be gentle, especially not with something as fragile as love. But Alyssa, she wasn't fragile. She was a survivor. She bore her own wounds, hidden under tattoos and silence, from a stepbrother who'd crossed the line when no one was watching. They both carried ghosts. They both thought they were too damaged to be loved. But they kept coming back to each other, night after night. A fight. A kiss. A door slammed. Then another apology. Then silence. Then a deeper connection. One night, it got too much. Alyssa found an old letter in Jaxon's drawer, unopened, tear-stained. It was from his mother. Apologizing. Begging. Dying of cancer. She had wanted to see him before she passed, but he never wrote back. He never forgave her. When Alyssa asked why, he snapped. Threw the letter in the fire. Called her weak for believing in second chances. She left that night. Packed everything. Disappeared. Jaxon spiraled. The man who once held the world in his fists couldn't hold himself together. And that's when he realized, he wasn't angry at her. He was angry at himself. Angry for wanting to love. Angry for needing someone. Angry that her love made him feel human again. He searched for her for weeks. She had moved to a women's shelter, working as a counselor. She didn't need saving, not anymore. She had started saving others instead. When he finally found her, it wasn't in the rain or at midnight. It was on a clear morning, outside a park, where she was laughing with a little girl she was helping through foster care. She didn't cry when she saw him. She just looked at him. Quiet. Steady. "I don't need you to fix me," she said. "But if you're ready to heal with me, maybe we can build something that doesn't hurt." Jaxon didn't say anything. He just took her hand. And for the first time, his grip wasn't tight. It wasn't controlling. It was safe. Some people love like chains, heavy, binding, full of control. But real love? It frees you. Jaxon and Alyssa didn't save each other in the ways they expected. They didn't rescue each other from the past, they stood beside each other as they faced it. Healing wasn't instant. It was messy. It took time. Therapy. Trust. Setbacks. But they stayed. Because sometimes, the greatest act of love is choosing to stay through the storm and learning how to dance in the rain.